Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. And another in my 100 battle challenge. You can see that I am here in a 2-tier battle in a 5-10 top tier in my Sheridan. So I'm in the Sheridan top 10. It is a tier 10, top 10? Top tier of a 2-tier battle. And this is a tier 10 American light tank. And probably in the running for one of the worst tier 10 light tanks. Now they're all pretty good. But if you were to rack and stack them and see which one was at the bottom, this would be a candidate for the bottom when I take a bad shot right there. Expecting to get spotted, but this Skoda completely loses his mind going across right here. Allows me to reload, and you'll notice that I am using not the derp gun. I stay away from the derp gun. I am not a huge fan of that thing. It seems to work a lot worse on the Sheridan than it does on the T49, to be quite honest, although the stats and everything are better on the Sheridan. It's just the Sheridan meme tank just seems to use the gun a lot better. So I will stick with the standard gun, and we get a track on this grill. He was tracked once before, so it looks like he's out of repair kit and he's just bumming. We'll light him on fire and down goes that guy. Really relying on the lights from the Batchat 25T AP. We do a pretty good job reducing hit points on the enemy team as they're crossing over there and giving them some harassing fire. So we'll get out of there. There's nothing else going on there for the moment, and we can go somewhere else. Pretty good view range on this thing. Decent gun. And even though it would be ranked as one of the worst tier 10 light tanks probably by most people, it's still a fairly capable tank. It is kind of goofy looking though if you look at this thing. It looks more like a boat really than it does a tank, to be quite honest. It's a boat with tracks, kind of like one of the Marine Amtrak looking kind of thing. So we're going to come in here. And maybe that's the purpose. Is this a fjording vehicle? Maybe it is. Maybe it is amphib. I have no idea. We find this guy, we'll put a little shot into him. Decent accuracy. I have found that this gun is actually pretty darn accurate on snapshots. Although I don't have a lot of battles in the Sheridan. That is the impression that I get with it. So we're going to come in here. Somebody blaps the Progetto. And I'm looking every way because I'm thinking, yeah, this is good. I mean, we're kind of giving them trouble, but we could easily be peeled out of here pretty quickly if we're not careful. Progetto comes around, finds a 263, gets a shot into him, unfortunately. And I'm just dithering a little bit here. The Progetto's really letting this guy have it, so I'm just going to come at him here, see if I can't track him. And down he goes. Now I've got guys behind me, and this is going to hurt. I can see I've got the T10. I need to find cover, and I'm sort of walking into the rest of their tanks. So I've turned a bad situation worse by my positioning. I'm very lucky I didn't get tracked right there. And I'm just going to basically head across here and go look to mess around with their artillery. Take a shot that doesn't hit. There's another miss. That works for me. And we're pushing in here. And some of this is kind of gameplay, wheeled tank gameplay, which is something I've been doing for a while. Playing a lot of wheeled tanks. So I'm just going to basically run the Sheridan a lot like that, just raging in here. You can see, though, it's not wheeled tank or speed, is it? It's definitely not wheeled tank speed. Now, I know I've got a bunch coming back from the other side of the map over there, from the east side of the map, so I need to head over here back to the west, get back towards my forces, see if I can find some guys to shoot here. And I bounce the T-5041 right into his turret. He takes a shot. I don't know if that was a blind shot or what. I don't think I was spotted, and then all of a sudden I find this guy. Holy cow, here comes a 257. That's not good. Got more guys coming up. There's the 257. I find him. We'll auto-aim him. We'll shoot him in the side as we go. And we'll just run off towards this way. Oh, that's a bummer. And then I hit a rock, and that is a recipe for disaster right there. I would have got away had I not hit that rock. I take one hit. The other one misses. I come in behind the 50 TP, and we kill him. And really, this game has been just me running from one threat, running away from one threat after another. Surprised I am still alive. Now I've got the mouse sitting there. And I know I've got a T10 coming, and I probably have a 257 coming. So I'm thinking, well, this is a bit of a bummer. Let's just shoot him, and maybe we can survive a little while longer. I'm a one-shot to all those guys. I'm expecting the T10, and I get a lucky bounce. Plus he takes a hit. And now I'm able to... Oh, I thought I was going to kill him right there, but I didn't. Now I'm going to try to go around him. He's trying to reload. The mouse doesn't quite have a shot. He misses. I make a miss just by moving around a little bit. The mouse is backing off, which allows me to tuck back over here and isolate myself from the 257. The good news is the 257 is being kept back by the 124 and our 257. So the mouse is kind of hanging out there, and I'm just looking for an opportunity. Maybe if he takes a shot or he's worried about the 124, I can see him moving his turret. He is worried about the 124. And he moves his turret, and he's kind of forgotten about me, it looks like. So I'm just going to come around and get a nice little aim shot right into there, into that little weak spot there, right in the groin. And somehow I'm still alive, which is pretty amazing at this point in this game. Really expecting that 257 just to come around and try to get me. He's got quite a few hit points. He can't take a hit from the 110, but he certainly can take one from the 257. But he has no interest in any of that. So we'll just come around here and we'll put a little shot on the side of the mouse and take him down. And we'll back on out of here. And the good news, one of the pieces of good news for me is that there is no artillery. Otherwise I could have been splashed out of this game pretty quickly. The T-5041 is coming in. I see him moving. I expect him to come up and over, and I thought a 1-2 blap from myself and the 110-4 would take him down. This is still in doubt, so I'm going to change what I'm doing. Come around here, see if we can't find this Object 907. Maybe get a shot on him. There we go. Sorry, it's not an Object 907. What is that thing? An IS-7. 257 dies. That's good. 110-4 gets him. The IS-7's trolling around. I'm at a bit of a crossfire here. I do have to watch what this T-5041 is doing, but that IS-7 is very busy, so I'm just going to come up here and get a shot on this guy. That's, of course, going to get his attention. But I've got the 257 coming up on his side. So as long as I don't poke out like a Muppet, should be all right. Ooh, I missed that one. I get away from him. He misses, but the 257's got him. No problem, and now it's just down to the 103. Sitting at 4 kills, 4,800 damage, 1,563, and the 103 dies, and that ends up being an ace tanker, and really that's not an amazing amount of damage for an ace tanker, to be quite honest. Fairly low requirement. You'll see the stats right after this. I want to say it was 1,100 or maybe even 1,000 experience. Ended up with the ace tanker on the Sheridan, but it's not a tank you see a whole lot of replays on. Wanted to show you guys that it is capable in the right situation. Now, to be honest, like most ace tankers in good games, there was some luck factor, and there was a couple shots that probably could have taken me out of the game that actually missed me, or at least they would have been causal to taking me out of the game. That last 257 shot in the back, had a couple of those sniper shots hit me, then I would have died right there, especially if I'm running into rocks and stopping myself because I'm not maneuvering correctly right there. But fun tank, despite it being not that great and kind of a great big, look at this billboard sight on this thing. I mean, my goodness gracious. It is so easy to hit for a light tank. Despite all that, I actually like it quite a bit. I think it's kind of unique, kind of fun. If you like the derp thing, throw the derp on it. It can be kind of funny with that thing as well. Well, that's all I got for today. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you.